Thank you so much, Ai. Welcome to the second part of this milestone event. We are having the media conference. My name is MJ Felipe. Actually, kanina nagkwentuhan na kami ni Kuya Gary.
That's right.
What an exciting conversation. But we'll have more of that together with our friends from the press na nandito ngayon. Thank you for staying. And like Tita Angeli said, may mga surprises tayo para sa kanila.
Yes, that's right.
I know. At
Hoping
mamaya-
they enjoy it.
Of course, they will. Okay, Kuya Gary, ang sabi nila sa akin, or I've heard this interview before, you have to give legends their flowers while they're still alive. So, on the receiving end, ano yung pakiramdam watching and experiencing this event today?
Well, if this is a flower, that means I'm definitely alive. No, there are moments that people get to kung saan you just are left like speechless.
Right.
And I think today was one of those days for me. To see all, the other artists, my friends in the industry, paying tribute to me, doing the songs that I've been blessed with. And then hearing Lauren speak and then having Corey there and Sir Carlo and Sir Mark welcoming me. My wife is here, my kids are here, you guys are here, the media is here. What more could you ask? And then you have others greeting me,
Yeah.
Parang they are the representatives of all of the others that have sent me messages from around the world.
Grabe.
From the Middle East, mga kababayan natin, mga kapamilya natin from the Middle East, from Malaysia, Taiwan, from Australia, US, and Europe. It's all here.
Right.
It's all represented here today. If it just leaves me speechless. It left me speechless a while ago.
It's a good kind of speechless.
Yes, it is.
Okay, simulan na natin ang ating media conference. We have questions here from our friends from the press that Kuya Gary will be answering. Okay,
Let's do it.
let's begin with a question from Robert Regentina of Manila Bulletin.
Okay.
His
Robert.
question is, what would you say is the best thing that ever happened to you in showbiz?
In showbiz,
Yes.
wow, that's a good question. Kasi every year, a career is made of different seasons. Just as there is winter, spring, summer, and fall. And the summer this year may not be the same summer as next year. So there are many, many things that have remained to be outstanding in my career. Maybe one outstanding thing that happened to me was when I got an award called An Outstanding Young Man.
This one.
Is it here?
Right behind us.
Oh,
The
yeah, that
toy.
one right there. Yeah.
2001.
2001, can you imagine?
Grabe.
That's like over 20 years ago when I got that. And when I got that, I knew that I was not going to remain young forever. But to be able to receive something like that, it meant that there was an impact that was already being made even back then.
Wow.
And I didn't sing, I didn't do anything in that awards night, but they gave that to me, and it made me, really, it was an eye-opener for me to realize that was the first 20 years.
Right. May ambag pala ako.
meron na.
May ambag and impact.
I like that
The other question is, what is the greatest lesson you've learned in show business? These are legacy questions. I like it.
Okay, there are a couple of things I will give, but maybe one of the most outstanding things. Now, I'm speaking from my point of view, okay? Ibig sabihin, hindi baka iba yung sagot ng iba na nasa industriya, no? But with me kasi, I value my audience. Because many times, like today, this is probably not going to happen again. We're not going to be able to sit down like this again. So when people come and see a show, whether it's 50, 500, 50,000, 5,000, 500,000 people, you have to give them more than what they came for. Dapat pag uwi nila, meron silang dala-dala sa puso nila. Hindi lang yung memory na sumasayaw ako, kumakanta, but they carry with them a message that maybe later on in life may bear fruit. But that's the most important thing because I've come to understand na after some time, kasi minsan puro pare-pareho lang ang kinakanta ko, minsan nakakapagod din, minsan nakakasawa pa nga eh. But then, I realized, yung audience mo, hindi naman ganun, hindi pare-pareho ang audience mo. If you go to a school, that's a different kind of audience as compared to a corporation. And that's compared to a different, when I go on tour abroad, ibang audience yun. So if I do a song like Di Bale Na Lang here, iba yung impact dito, iba yung impact doon. It's the same song, but it's something different because it's a different audience. So you constantly and truthfully give your very best in all that you do.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Robert, for that question. We have here from Neil Ramos of Tempo.
Oh, okay.
What should we expect from you following your renewal of vows with ABS-CBN?
Wow. I think the fact that my doors are open para sa ibang mga artistic ventures. Like for example, I don't mind going back into acting again a bit more.
No way.
Yeah, I don't mind. My doors are open to it. Hindi ko sinasabi na tatanggap ako ng mga kung ano-ano. But if the right project comes, I will certainly keep myself open to that.
We want to see a 2024 or 2025 version of Haton na.
But you know what? If we could come up with a part 2 of Haton na, di ba ngayon pa na yung mga kabataan, grabe. There's so many that can really move. And they're moving not only because they want to, but because they have to.
So like you and Dayanara doing?
Yeah, I can get her back here. So pwede siya umuwi and we could do part 2 and it's like, you know, we have different lives na and all. But anyway, that can be something that can be worked on.
You heard it first here sa ating media conference. Another question of Neil is, as an artist, we consider you a chameleon of sorts. So when is the next reinvention? Could you give us a hint as to what you aim to do next?
Wow, galing naman. Well, that's one thing, no? I mean, being able to act a little more. I think I'm more now into being able to mentor, and not just mentor, but really spend time with young people, especially the student body, which is what I've been doing since 2018. Nakapagpunta na ako sa mga, at least mga 58 universities and high schools and colleges, wherein I only have about 150 students in front of me, but it's really intimate. I share my life. It's called face-to-face. Malamang, baka ni mga iba ngayon na sa mga schools na pinuntahan ko ng mga nanonood ngayon, and I'm going to continue doing that. I have seen the impact not only on the faces of these young people, but on their hearts when you're able to listen to them. Dahil hindi lang ako nagsasalita, I interact with them talaga. That's another thing I want to do. Music, I do plan to continue, but I plan to do something else with my music, and maybe that's the one na talagang makikita ng tao, yung reinvention, because that's the sound, diba? That's what, dun nasanay na yung tao sa pagiging isang mga awit, manunulat ng kanta. That might change a bit in the months and maybe years to come. But it's exciting.
Galing, no? Music, acting. And speaking engagements, right?
And then you mix it all together, and it becomes that's potent.
I know. Thank you, Neil, for your question.
Thank
Ken
you.
Quinto of Kapamilya Kingdom, do you want me to ask the question, Ken? Or ikaw na? Okay. Ano po yung nagmo-motivate sa inyo to continue your partnership with ABS-CBN? What's your view?
Well, ABS-CBN has allowed me to reach people literally all over the world with PFC. They have supported me even before I became a part of ABS-CBN in 2004. So now that this door has opened up for me, I didn't have to think much about wanting to sign, and seal the deal. Para sa akin, papeles lang yan eh. For me I know you may have heard this before, but really, for me, that's just formalities of what I think my heart is always going to feel, for ABS. Yung sinabi nga nila yung family forever, kapamilya forever. Mahirap banggitin ang salitang forever, but I think deep in my heart, this is where I'm meant to be. And so, there's no question as to why I signed that contract today.
The other question of Ken was, 20 years ka na with ABS, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pili ka ng isa daw, highlight ng 20 years na yun. I know there's a lot. Just pick one.
Okay, there was a season, I think it was 2008 to 2011, kung saan, pag nagre-rehearse kami para sa ASAP, dun sa basketball court tabi ng Pinoy Big Brother House, dun kami nagre-rehearse.
Yes.
Hindi lang ako, pero lahat ng magpo-production number, dun nagre-rehearse. So habang nagre-rehearse yung isang grupo dun, yung isang grupo naman dito nagre-rehearse, tapos nakikita namin. Tapos every time Sunday at pag dumadating na yung linggo, hindi kami umaalis ng studio, inaabangan namin yung mga numbers ng iba.
Oh.
Tapos talaga, wow, galing ba? And our show, we never looked over our shoulder to see kung sino yung mga nagpo-compete sa amin. We would always look at the target. And the target was the hearts of the Kapamilya. Dapat ma-entertain sila.
Right.
Ito yung ginagawa ng iba. Wow. No, basta ito yung kailangan natin gawin. Hayaan nyo na lang yung iba na gumawa ng mga kung ano-ano para sa audience nila. Pero tayo, andito sila. We have to hit them right here. And that, for me, was the most memorable time I had being a part of ABS-CBN.
Interesting na yun ang napili niya, no?
Yeah. Kasi
Na-highlight.
it's still directed toward the Kapamilya that
Right.
I'm watching.
Right. Okay, thank you, Ken, for your question. The other question is from Rayma of ABS-CBN News Online. Rayma, ako na lang kabasa. Okay.
Okay, Raymond.
Sir Gary, would you be open to doing acting projects again? Ayun, nakakita na. If yes, what's your dream acting role or project and with whom?
Ang hirap naman sa mga. Okay, let me see. I would like to play a role where I am part of, let's say, 4 men na knew each other nung high school. It's typical, they knew each other nung high school and they planned to become somebody, their dreams. But they never became that. They became somebody totally different. It could have been good, it could be bad, it could be, kumbaga yung isa gustong maging piloto, ang nangyari naging Secretary of Justice or yung mga ganon, yung malayo talaga. I'd like to play a role of one of those people. Another role I'd like to play also is offbeat, yung masama na naging mabuti, yung naging may dreams of becoming somebody good and impactful, pero ang nangyari naging magulo yung buhay niya at yung mga kung ano-ano ang mga ginawa niya na naging hadlang dun sa mga pangarap niya. I'd like to play a role like that with some redeeming factor in the end. Why? Because now that I'm meeting a lot of students, many of them are going through that. They're going through the uncertainty of the future and all that. And I'm here to tell them, wala naman akong planong maging isang entertainer or isang singer. God had other plans. And I just made myself available to be used in that way. And that's why I'm still around. So parang ganun.
Shout out sa mga writers na nakikinig ngayon. Ayan na, medyo nailatag na ni Pia
Let's
Gary.
get together someday. Let's
I
talk
know.
about some
Ako, ang
ideas.
dream role ko for Pia Gary, someone, a songwriter or a producer who lost his memory. And only music can bring back those memories.
Or what if it's like a weird thing na he's lost his way he's lost everything. He doesn't even know how to communicate verbally, but he can communicate musically.
There you go. We're already brainstorming. Hindi na po ito media conference.
Gusto nyo sumali ha?
Pwede naman pitch siya.
Tapos
Pwede
ng
naman
idea.
pitch siya. Baka makabuo tayo ng isang exciting doon. Another question of Rayma is, what are your most proud moments of being the country's total performer and one of the most awarded recording artists?
It's not the most memorable events are not when I am alone on stage. The most memorable moments are when I'm with other people. Because we all share the same thing. And when you're able to share the limelight with others, and then you see the reactions of people, it can't get any better than
It's
that.
the best feeling.
It's an incredible feeling. Really incredible. Na sana, there was one time pa nga in the 80s, I had a concert where Mr. M was my director. Ang ginawa niya, naglagay siya ng bleachers, parang upuan on stage.
Okay.
So that some of the fans, syempre pinili namin, they can experience what I experience
Up
when I'm on
close.
stage.
Right.
Habang nandun yung tao, nag-cheer sila, tapos nandito sila, nakikita nila kung bakit sobrang energetic ako when I have the cheering of the audience.
Wow. Thank you, Rayma, for your
Rayma, thanks,
questions. From Nika Sabio of Push, in your journey in the industry, what's the most important lesson you learned that you want to advise young artists? So young artist lesson.
Well, it's a lesson I learned from the incredible Maricel Soriano in an interview that she gave. Maaring yung sagot niya ay dahil it was what she was feeling, but it was an answer that she gave. It was a very, very casual answer. But what she said is, importante na mahal mo ang ginagawa. You have to love what you do. If you're doing it because of you want to earn, after you earn, you probably won't love it anymore. But if you love what you do, then the doors begin to open up and your ideas begin to flow and your passion goes deeper and then your desire to reach people becomes wider and then you become more authentic in what you do. And when people see that, and that's always been the name of the game, lalo na ngayon, but when people see the authenticity, they don't forget you. You may not have millions and millions of followers or millions of likes, but you're making an impact on the people that need to be impacted on. So that for me is my lesson for aspiring artists, aspiring singers, even aspiring actors, writers, media people, production people. You have to love what you do. It's going to be challenging, but the challenges are meant to create character in who you are. The challenges, even the defeats, are there to enable you to appreciate victories even more. And those victories will come if you love what you do.
It's the quality of work and the quality of love more than the quantity.
More than the quantity of work. You can do the quantity, you can have so much work and still be, and then you do your work half-heartedly. But when you love what you do, you maybe do little, but what you do leaves. Uy, sino yun? Sino yung who was the cameraman? Who was the writer of that? Who was who did the interview? We have to get that person again. Ganun na yun. That's how it snowballs into something amazing.
Right, I love it. Di ba? Parang mga nuggets of wisdom from Sir Gary. I love it. From Chris Ramos of One Music PH.
Hey, Chris.
Chris, ako na yung magtatanong. I saw Chris here kanina. With your signing with Star Magic and playing your last solo major concerts this summer, what is the new direction your career will be moving forward? Moving forward.
Chris, this I hope I can answer, but I cannot answer it now because that's going to be presented in the concert as to what I'll be doing next and where I'm headed. But inspiration has always been a factor as to why I love what I do. And just think of that word, inspiration, and that's more or less the direction I'm heading toward.
All right, thank you so much, Chris, for your question. Kuya Gary, we're done. Okay. With the Q&A, I believe some of them would like to have photos with you later.
Sure.
But parting message na lang, Kuya Gary.
Yes, I want to thank people like Martin. Bro, maraming salamat. He's actually also guesting in the concert. Darren, AC, sina Angela, Jed, all of those who were a part of today, and all of those who gave me messages and welcomed me, Robbie, AC, Anthony, maraming salamat, Donnie, Bell, Alexa, thank you so very much. You guys have always made me feel loved when we do ASAP natin to. Now, I think we'll be seeing each other a little more often. But thank you, and to the media, maraming salamat ulit. I have never, and I will never forget the role that you guys have played, not just in my career, but in the careers of all artists. Thank you so very much. ABS-CBN, thank you again so very much. Is there something for me?
Yes, we would like to applaud this.
Okay. Kanina binanggit yung relaunching of Awit at Laro. It's an album that came out in 2018.
Okay.
And it was meant to encourage young children, if they want to continue using their two thumbs to play, that's fine. But you've been blessed with two arms, two lungs, two ears, two legs to run. So it was meant to encourage young people to just go out and play. Hindi naman ako magaling mag-basketball. Do something different. Go swimming, ride a bike, run, walk, but do something. So that's coming out. We're going to relaunch that, and that had a plethora of artists that were a part of it. The likes of Lea Salonga, Morissette, Jonah, they're all part of that album. That song Saranggola is from that album, written by Ebe Dancel. June 8th, I'm going to be in Carson City for the Independence Day celebration.
Wow!
Yes, I'll be with Gabriel Valenciano.
And Nevada.
Yes, right?
Okay.
And then Carson City, is it Nevada or isn't that in Los Angeles?
Los Angeles,
Carson
okay.
City. And then August 3, ASAP natin to in California. And soon, ABS-CBN and other artists of ABS-CBN will be having a praise concert.
Wow!
That's something that I'm looking forward to also.
Wow!
So if you're tired with life, if you're tired with anxiety, if you're tired with all of that stuff, come and be a part of that praise concert. I think that's something that might help any of you that's going through it.
You need some spiritual fuel.
Yeah, sure.
Be part of that.
Yeah.
Okay, we'd like to thank our sponsors for our raffle, Kuya Gary. We'd like to thank Wow Video, okay?
Yes, Wow Video and Panasonic. Thank you so very, very much.
And we will be announcing nga, Kuya Gary will help me para special si Kuya Gary yung mag-announce. Our first two winners ng Wow Video, okay, is or are
This is Don Sermino of Abante.
News Online. Congrats, Don. Are you here? Sa labas na. Okay. And the other winner
This is
is
Susan Claire Agbayani of Philstar Life.
there's ali na si Claire. I saw her. Tingnan. Congratulations, Claire. Now, for the winner of one video,
What's this?
okay, Wow Video, okay.
Oh, you guys will enjoy this.
Really?
Yeah, no, you'll enjoy it for sure. Okay, is this Amiel?
Amiel Bustle? Is that Bustle.
Of
K-Tex. So yun, Amiel's here. Congratulations, Amiel.
Congrats, ha? Go ahead.
Ayan, announce
One
na.
Panasonic rice cooker. And the winner is
That's Danielle Villapardo of
K-Tex. So, dinominate naman ng K-Tex sa ating mga winners for this afternoon. And lastly, the winner of one Panasonic microwave is
how do you read that? John Ivor Bermejo of Kapamilya.
Universe! Raise your hand, Tiger. Mapakita kami, Sir Gary.
Hey, congrats, ha?
Congratulations to all our winners and thank you everybody for staying and joining us sa media conference and Sir Gary, maraming salamat.
Thank you so much.
We're very excited, looking forward to the rest of your projects, the album, the concert, the praise concert, and the US tour.
US tour.
Good luck. It's gonna be a busy half or second half.
What it is, it's gonna be a busy year ahead for me.
Love, Kuya Gary. Congratulations. Thank you, mga kapamilya, for joining us. And congratulations again to Kuya Gary for being part of the Star Magic family. And of course, our press people, thank you very much. And enjoy the rest of the day. Bye, kapamilya!